Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian index, the ASX 200 here, and on the monthly chart here, we're looking at from this wave 4 low in the GFC here to wave 5 up here, and we're looking at wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up through here, and from 4 to 5 we're looking at 5 waves, so we're looking at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And so what we've been focused on at the moment is looking for the top of this wave 3 here, and this will be in line with the US markets and the European markets as well. So going into the weekly chart and just picking this wave 4 up through here, so that's just in case that was a little bit too quick, that's that wave 4 here, primary wave 4, going into the weekly chart here, primary wave 4, and we're looking for 5 waves up from 4 to primary wave 5 here of intermediate degree, so we're looking at 1 and 2 here, and then 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here for the third wave of intermediate degree, and then wave 4 pulling back to wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, the same as this wave 4 here, pulling back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here. And then from this wave 4 here to this wave 5 here of minor degree, we're looking for 5 waves up in this particular structure here, and then we'll be looking for an ABC correction here for wave 4 here. It may get a bit more complicated than a 3-wave structure, we yet to find that out. And then we've got one more push to the upside here for wave 5 of wave 5 here for 2000 and late 2018. I don't know the timing on this here. It will just depend on how long wave 4 takes. Wave 5 is quite easy to work out, but wave 4 could get extra complicated. Sometimes markets need to stall in time. So we won't know until we get to this low here. We can estimate, but yeah. So moving into the daily chart, I'm picking this wave 4 up to this wave 5 here. So this wave 4 here, I had a little bit of problem with this low of wave 4 here because I never knew if it was going to be this low here or this low here. But it appears to be this way that I have it now at the moment. And we're looking for a move up, and when we're getting to the 6,000 level here, we're basically looking for the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then folding down into the correction here. So we have the arrival, all of the reaction here, and then the first high above the level here, and then we'll be looking for the correction. So in this wave 4 here, this wave 4 low here to this wave 4 here of minute degree, we're looking for 5 waves in this particular structure here to finish this wave 5 off of wave 5 of the intermediate wave 3 here. So on the 4-hour chart, just to bring that into a bit of perspective, so wave 3, an A and a B and a C for wave 4 here, and then moving up for wave 5. So from this wave 4 low here, we've been tracking 5 waves up to the upside here. Now, I may have made a mistake in this structure here, but the way that I see it so far, we still have at least this move to here. We may get another correction here and another move up through here. I'll just go in and we'll pick it up on wave 4 here on the hourly chart. So that blue wave 4 here, I'm looking at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and then all the way up for wave 3 here, back for wave 4 here, and then I've been looking at 5 waves to the upside here. But I do wonder sometimes if that I've actually got this slightly wrong here, where we have all of this is wave 1 and 2 here, and then all of this is wave 3 and 4 here, and then 5 going up, because I always like this number here, the 62 number here. So it's possible that I've made a mistake in this little area here, but let's just go one step at a time like we normally do, and we're looking at this level here, which has been our target area, and we just have to wait and see. So if we're expecting one more little wave up here, then that's possibly a top from that point, and we could work down from there, okay? But in this working down here, if I see it as a corrective wave or an impulse wave is what we need to be looking at. If it's a corrective wave, then we know that we'll be going up further. Yeah, so we just need to wait and see. But I'm going to treat it like a top in this particular case here. But we need to be open-minded. We need to get evidence before we call the top in. You know, just because I've got it written down here as a top, we still need to confirm that once it gets there, and that means we need to see a series of impulse waves to the downside. On the tick chart next, and just picking it up from this wave 4 here, we've been looking at this wave 4 here as wave 1 and 2, and then all the way up to 3 here, and then wave 4 here, and with that there, from the bottom of wave 2 to the top of wave 3 here, the 38.2% retracement level is quite close within here, but it also can be the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. So in a bit of a nutshell here, we can what we normally do as the starting point, we take the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree and then the 38.2% retracement level. So that's normally our little zone that we sort of focus in on as a starting point here. So it could drop lower into this space here, but there is a count here now for this to be completed here. But that said as well, it's nice to have a little bit of evidence of that. So what we'll do here is that the group 2 area here, let's just go into the tick chart here now and just pick that wave 4 up. So that's where we are at the moment. So we can see here that we're under the 72 level here. So if I just go into, this is 100 ticks, if I just go into 20 ticks here, it'll just show the importance of group 2 here. So we can see now that from, well, 65, 72 and 80 here, we can really see group 2 playing its role here, and it's doing exactly what it should be doing: the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, then the correction here. Now I can see that we've got 5 waves to here, so an A and a B and a C wave here, and then a B wave here, and then a C wave here in terms of 5. So it could be a low here, but it could also be a little bit weirder in terms of wave 1 down here, back for 2, down for 3, across for 4 and down for 5 in this case. There's nothing really stopping it being that here except for the overlapping wave structure of 1 and 4. So it's always nice to be have a look for a little bit more safety, and obviously here the 72 here, that as support here, if the let's just say if or when the market pushes up through here and comes back and tests it as support, then that would be the long trade to the upside, and then would be looking at 6,100 here as the first minor level here. So it could certainly come back down into this level here, back to this wave 4 of 1 less degree before moving up further here as well. So just be a bit mindful about that. You know, and also too, Wednesday is normally a V-shaped day, which is down in the morning and up in the afternoon. Then Thursday's the bear day, and then Friday and Monday will follow through as the bullish days. If that doesn't happen, then you know that the trend is changing. So anyway, the long trade is on the 60, 72 area here. Alrighty, cheers.